Hello, it's August 16th at 11:50 a.m. 10:50 a.m. I'm sorry. This is going to be, I wanted to do a reading about these Lahaina fires. I haven't looked too much into the conspiracy stuff, a little bit by accident, and then, you get, I didn't go down the rabbit hole too much. So this is what I know. And I've been to Lahaina a couple times, and it really does have just a really cool people. The place is beautiful. So let's look at what caused this fire. The thing to me that was weird is Lahaina is right on the coast, the west coast of Maui, and usually the winds, especially what I read was that this all happened because of a hurricane. Well, usually the hurricane would be, the winds would be coming from the ocean side, the west, from west to east. They were saying that some hurricane force winds were coming from the mountainside. So Lahaina is right between the ocean and the mountain. So let's ask the question. Didn't ask it yet. Let's ask the question. Got a few of these. What started these fires in Lahaina? Started the fires in Lahaina. And they had a hard time getting water, which is crazy because it's not like Lahaina is a hard place to get to. There's no like dangerous roads to get there. There has to be. I mean, they even play like March Madness, not March Madness, but they usually have a tournament right before March Madness. College basketball tournament, a big one. I think maybe, or it's around Christmas time. It's a big one, and it's right in Lahaina. They have to have their own fire department. They have the ocean there. They have waterfalls. It's a rainforest. I mean, this isn't like a dry area. I just am curious. What started this fire that devastated Lahaina and Maui? I know a lot of the things. One thing I heard is like there was an electrical company that was getting sued because their wires were all up in the trees. I know that the people never turned on the sirens. The people never got a text telling them to leave. No warning, no nothing. Okay, we'll see if we can get in out of here. What started this fire in Lahaina, please? What was the cause? See, there's like electrical company. People are saying that they didn't turn off the electrical wires. They were in financial trouble. Anyhow, with a bunch of lawsuits, I guess. The stuff about the water, people are saying it could be like in some type of an electrical weapon. How was this fire started in Maui? Lahaina, Maui. How was the fire started? This deck got anything else for us? 1, 2, 3. One flipped. I don't think that flipped with us. That just said great happiness. Okay. So, these ones, we got bird perched, waiting for news, package, a letter. Waiting for news. To me, that would be, it almost seems like the mainstream media is like behind in reporting stuff. So we're still waiting for news with all these missing people. Look at this, the mountain. I said Lahaina was between the ocean and a mountain. So the mountain, and it says major challenge to overcome. The flute, disappointment in a friend or lover. Disappointment in a friend. What started this, I asked. The vine. This is the one that I saw flip. or come out. It says seek out information that will help you. But look at the picture. This is what made me think of those electrical wires being intertwined with like brush and trees. Like they didn't do a good job of maintaining it. And they didn't shut those electrical wires off during the fire. Because a lot of the people are mad, a lot of the buildings burned down. But some, like the trees, some trees were left standing. Tiger, do something risky. Take a chance. How did the fire start? And then a successful outcome. The key is the successful outcome to your problems. Okay. Let's see. I got this deck. This is it's got woods type stuff. Looks like a fire situation. Let's see. This one should be pretty easy. If this was a natural disaster. But, you know, I'm not seeing here, like, winds. That's what we're being told caused it. Winds. Nothing of electrical either besides the vines. What caused the fires that burned Lahaina, Maui? What caused these fires that burned Lahaina? Queen of Cups in reverse. I don't know if that flipped before or after. No restrictions. Ignoring restrictions. Restrictions lifted. So, like some type of, this is usually a woman that has some type of mental issue or drug and alcohol issue. She's got smoke. Looks like she is touching her finger to smoke, almost like maybe a cigarette. Smoke all around her, starting from in between her fingers. And there's not smoke on these cards, any of these cards yet. So lifting restrictions, the sun, which is an illumination of what's happening, attention. I mean, it could be an explosion. That would be the card I'd probably pick for explosion. Strength, which is like a quiet type power. The star, so timing. The bottom of this deck is the Ace of Cups in reverse. So, like the loss of love. The loss, unhappiness, sorrow, sadness. The cup is empty. It has empty of emotions. Okay, let's get some clarification with this deck. My favorite, the OG deck. Weird, some ashes that I got from the stage went right on that lady, that smoke lady. Let's clarify the smoke lady, please. This is about what started the fire. Show me cards that'll show us the answer to what started this fire in Hawaii that burned Lahaina down. What was the cause of this fire? Why is the Queen of Cups here for the cause of the fire? Thank you. 3 cards. So, defending something. The 7 of Rods. This Queen of Cups energy is defending something. Somebody who's already been hurt before. Like this was almost like last chance. I'm going to do whatever I can to defend what I got. And move forward. Now, if this electrical company thing is true, I would say that might be the cause right there. Eight of Swords. And my husband looked earlier today, and their stock went up today by like quite a bit. But they're also, I don't think that they're doing too much reporting on this as them even being a possibility. I don't know too much about that kind of stuff. Okay, so this Eight of Swords, this lifting of restrictions. What's this all about, please? Show me clearly. Why is this Eight of Swords in reverse here as far as... what started these fires? Ugh. Okay. Lifting the restrictions. So something that you once held super tight and wouldn't let go of, you let go of it. Once you had something that you are normally have total control over, now you relinquish that control. Something you let go of. Ten of Swords, betrayal 10 different ways. It's like healing from the worst of the worst. The Magician, manifesting, making something happen. And the Knight of Pentacles, like slow. I mean, that fire, there was nothing slow about it. But this is, he's heavily weighed down, kind of stuck. And he's bringing an offer of something tangible. I wonder if this company is like bringing in supplies for people. So these restrictions is that they let something go. The restriction was something was let go. Now it could still be seen as, you know, that this woman that was having a terrible time let a cigarette down. But it could also mean that this company, because I looked, while I was shuffling, my eye went to this Tiger card again that says do something risky, taking a chance, which I have here right next to the Vine card. Seek out information, it'll help you, which reminds me of the electrical. This is the outcome to your problems. So I don't know if it solved some type of problems they had. Waiting for news. The mountain, a major challenge to overcome. How did they overcome the mountain? Usually the winds don't go that way. Maybe they use the electrical wires. I don't know when these fell. Found a couple in my lab. We'll put them back in. It was the Page of Cups, the Stinky Offer, the Page of Wands, the beginning of an idea. Didn't ask a question. Okay, so the sun, this illumination. I would think this would be the fire itself. But what's the sun, please? Or the attention on it, the news on the fire. And it kind of looks like a burnt up woman leaving ruins on a horse. So the sun is the loss of everyone's home, the opposite of a celebration, and it's an offer. I think they're going to come in. In Hawaii, they have this thing called, I don't know what the heck it's called, but basically it's generational property. So if you're, I mean, it's crazy to buy any kind of property there. It's so expensive, and the place is magical. But the way that they have it is, like, so if your grandparents had land and a house, you know, a lot of land, beautiful house, then automatically you get it. Like, you know, it's inherited land. They can rent out their land for a number of years if they wanted to. What's the strength? So we got, for the sun, the house is going down, the building's going down, this offer that they don't want. Let's get more on this offer. Let's see if it has anything to do with buying land. This offer, this not so great offer. This bad offer. What's this bad offer? Someone flipped. A betrayal. Healing from a betrayal. Okay, but what exactly is the offer? What would this offer be? Thank you. Help. But it would be a betraying type help. See, I think that goes back to buying the land. Like, oh, we'll help you. You need money right now. You're in a terrible way. I can help you heal. Here, I'll give you a bunch of money for your land. There's nothing on it anyway. You don't have the money to rebuild. What's this strength, please? Thank you. Work. See? That's the other card. That's the only other card I would think of that would be company. Give me one more on the strength, this quiet strength of this electrical company. Electrical wires are everywhere, but you don't hear them. It's this quiet strength. One more just to verify, please, if this really is about the electrical wires that started the fire in Lahaina. For entertainment purposes only, allegedly, is these electrical wires, is that what started the fire? That one flipped. The world. Yes, the completion. Okay, the star. Please clarify the star. What started this fire? And we got the answer. The star would be like perfect timing. So, this is a fire energy too, but it's down. So it would be, I would say almost like they would know. It'd be interesting to look up what the wind patterns were, because they would know exactly if they wanted something to catch on fire. The electrical company would know exactly what to start on fire. Or I mean, it could just be, I think, you know, like this one said, the restrictions. But they want that land. Someone, it would be like another company that they're connected with, something. Bad fate. So it was kind of like this woman had her guard down. Normally it would have been the opposite, but at that moment in time, maybe the island itself, Hawaii itself, had their guard down. It was night, right? Think so. And they had bad luck. I think this is the spirit of Hawaii. Usually it's the Queen of Wands, upright, fiery, in control, beautiful, growth. Yes, with bad fate. And then what happened? These are the four that just fell out. The first one that came out is death. Burn. Look at, he's walking. What's in his wake is ruin. People on the ground in ruin. The next one here is the Pope. Like, people beg. It's death. It's either literally death, or it's tear down and renewal. Either way that fits with the fires. This is a swift action. Like, it reminds me of the wind. Swift, reckless, something that you do before you think, you do it before you think about it too much. So this would be, this fire was caused by the swift wind. This is fast action, but it had been thought of for a long time. The hermit goes and thinks about something for a very long time and doesn't make hasty decisions. Then this Queen of Pentacle energy, which is like something didn't get started. Okay, so with these 3 decks that I used for clues, my guess would be the restrictions let down. So we have the fire, which is something that's defensive. That company was being sued. It was already on the defense. Its stocks were plummeting. This was its last chance to go full speed ahead and let go of something that it normally holds tight, which could be the actual power to the electrical things. Now, these restrictions that were put down was something that was manifested, bringing down the home. And then here comes in this crappy offer that will heal you from your heartbreak and fill your heart with love again. It's money. That's the crappy offer. I would say that if I had to guess, the fires were started from electrical wires. They should have been, I think that's what started them, and I think that the electrical wires should have been shut off, and they weren't. It seems like, well, I can't tell for sure if it was, actually, with the magician, I would say that it was a planned circumstance. Did they know how far it would get? I don't think so. I think it was like a bad kind of fate, but their plan was to come in and take in this land. They wanted the land. I mean, a lot of it in Lahaina, a lot of the land is grandfathered in, but they don't live there. They rent it out to like homeowners who have a couple apartments above their storefront, and they pay a lot. So it wouldn't be like you're letting go of your, the place that your family's lived on for generations and generations and generations. Sorry. Gosh, this is really sad. I think that we're going to find out that a lot more people have been hurt or are missing than I believe the last time I looked, it was like 99. Let's see if we can get a few cards for why. And then I'll end it. Why did the fires start? Now it should be like something natural, right? Why did these fires start? Why these fires? No warning, but we won't even get into all that. Why did these fires start in Maui that burned Lahaina down? 7 in Wands in reverse. Defenses down. Once again, night restrictions. Just 2 more, please. Why did it happen? Because their defenses were down. Give me some more, please. Just 2 more. Defenses were down. And they're not being watched. Like, I lived close by when a hurricane came by. And the way that they depicted it on the news was nothing. On national news, local news, was nothing the way that it really was. They still wanted to keep that tourism in this part. And it worked. I mean, people still have tarps all over their roof. Okay, back Lahaina. Why? Why did these fires start in Lahaina? Why? Having your guard down, having your defenses down. Why? Was it just someone's recklessness? Or was it something more? Is it something natural? Thank you. It's the houses again, taking the buildings down. An agreement that went wrong. Secrets coming out. This one a little deeper. The explosion. The Fool in reverse. So instead of a new beginning, which is this, starting all new with holding, the Fool holds very little, just what's in his bag, and starts a whole new journey with a lot of hope and a lot of happiness. This way, it's the opposite. So why? The reason why is the defenses were down. Take down the buildings so that they could break the agreements that they had already between the shop owners, the people that were renting homes, all that. Secrets came out. The explosion, which is the sun again. And instead of a new beginning, here comes the trickery. Here comes the trickery to get that land. And they're going to come in like a greasy used car salesman. They're going to come in like, I know that this has been such a devastating situation for you and your family, but I can help you. We can help you. We're willing to give you $250,000 right now, forwarded into your account for your land that you don't even live on. You were renting it out. This will get you a fresh start with your family. In the end, material things don't matter. I know exactly how they do it after hurricanes. So yeah, why didn't I think that they would do it after fires? But I think that's a big reason why. And it'd be interesting now. Now I'm going to look more into this electric company, what it was going through, something it was holding on to and it let go. And it has to do with those wires being wrapped around, or maybe vines being wrapped around the wires. It'd be also interesting to see if these companies that are the developers that are trying to buy up this land have any connection with that company. Be interesting to look at the stocks too, and the lawsuits. That's the key though, that it was an outcome to their problems. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much.